With the advent of drop-away rests, a lot of bow hunters just knock their arrow and take their shot because the rest falls away. In the old days, we used to have what's called a cock feather. And if you were just shooting right off the riser, you'd have the cock feather pointed out towards you. A lot of guys, when they started using flipper rests, they would use the cock feather up. The cock feather, in my instance, is just one of the feathers. It happens to be this fletching, the red fletching, because I use 2 whites and a red. But another thing that I think is real important is how you set your broadhead on the end. And I like to shoot these Rage 2-blade Extreme broadheads, and I like the blades to be vertical, up and down. Now an animal's rib cage typically is vertical. And so I want this broadhead to slide between the ribs if possible. And if you look at 90% of my animals, because of the way I shoot my bow and the way it's tuned, the cuts on the animals are almost vertical, or maybe just slightly off of vertical. And I think that's real important. So when I nock an arrow in my bow, I want my broadhead vertical, and I want 2 fletches pointed down and my cock fletch pointing straight up. As I go to full draw and this releases and the arrow flies out of it, I want to make sure that I absolutely have as much clearance as possible.